はよう。お疲れ様。おはよう。あんこさんおはよう。お疲れ様。みーさんお疲れ様。おはよう。小倉さんこんばんは。おはよう。お疲れ様。難易度若き探偵、推理の達人、推理の達人でしょう。推理の達人でしょう、やっぱり。効果音ちょっと上げて、音楽もちょっと上げるか。環境音。極端な二択、確かにな。真ん中ないんだよな。で真ん中ない？オーディオビデオ。FPS 確認さ。全部最高や。影はもうエピックにしたらいいんじゃね？全部エピックでいいよ。よくわかんないけど。とりあえずやりますか。トナ君おはよう。お疲れ様。おはよう。なんか、推理兼ドラマというか、こう、映画みたいな感じで見れるっぽい。で、まあ、ところどころに推理だったりとか、謎解きが散りばめられてるみたいな。ちょっと俺でかいな。感じらしい。音大丈夫そう？ちょっと低いか？ちょっと低そうじゃね？もうちょい上げるか。
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the ultimately hours of work?
待って。忘れてた。ストップ。そういえばこれ翻訳あれだったわ。日本語にしてなかった。慣れてるのか全然わかんなかった。あれ、字幕日本語だっけこれ。いや、重い。おいしょ。小江さんおはよう。お疲れ様。おはよう。おはよう。おはよう。で、ここに日本語あるんだったらもう初めから日本語にしてくれよな。言語日本語になってね？なんでだ？新規ゲームでいいや。まあ字幕が日本語だったら別にいっか、そのまま進めて。 ター1、ロンドンの影。ベーカー街。ベーカー街ってなんかすんごい有名よな。字幕が日本語だったら別にいいや。英語で喋られても。
Dr. Watson, would you kindly close the door behind you so that we can limit the price of your carelessness to merely hours of work rather than days?
My apologies, Mr. Holmes. I found myself rather taken aback. I saw tidier houses in war-torn Afghanistan. Are those my surgical needles?
もしかしてこれあれじゃ
I
な
ran
い
out of tax and the matter required immediate attention.
Was that my supper?
Plainly not, for I was the one who ate it.
I set it aside for this evening.
And for that I am grateful.
Is that my bed?
Watson, since you've proven yourself a master of observation, might I ask you to apply your skills to a more pertinent question? Namely, the whereabouts of today's newspapers. They are the key to everything. Newsboy is usually reliable.
Medically speaking, I often find that the key to everything is good sleep. In a bed. Your papers are here, on the table.
これ難易度推理の達人にしてるから、マジでちゃんと見ないと。ここのゲームプレイには日本語がなくなってるな。なんでだろう。とりあえずいっか。気持ち悪い。うわっ、待って、これわかんねえかも。待って、これさ、何も選択のやつなかったんだけど、ガチでこれあれじゃん。待って、これ難易度やばいかも。無理かも。待って、待って。これひよっていい？ダメ？これえぐいわ。推理の達人すぎる、それは。これえぐい、多分。あったな。一回メイン戻ろう。やっぱベイカーって有名なんだ。マユニさんおはよう、お疲れ様。こんばんは。こんばんは。
Local gossip, all of it uninteresting.
いいよ。これマジやばい。オッケーオッケーオッケー。これで、やっぱこういうのが出てくれるんだよね。よかった。えぐかった、マジで。昨日。何って書いてあるの？
Your order from Barnes' bookshop has arrived, Doctor.
バーンズの本屋から届いてる。
Barnes insists on delivering the books to our door, even though we could easily walk to his shop. That's good service.
Another letter from Werner. I never reply, but they keep coming.
ひよったわ。
I don't see the Strand. Where is it?
Pardon me?
I am on the precipice of uncovering a pattern of crime across London spanning many months and involving many men. The missing paper cannot be a coincidence.
That's preposterous.
My dear fellow, life is infinitely stranger than
こいつが
anything
ホーム
which
ズ？
the mind of man can invent.
こいつってちょっ
Well,
と。
life used your newspaper to wipe its posterior,
Like all
so after that unpleasant discovery this morning, I disposed of it. But in lieu of the Strand, perhaps I can deliver you something equally tantalizing. I have just returned from a patient of mine, Captain Stemwick, who...
No, that will not do. Grab
No.
your coat, Dr. Watson. Let us hope nobody has collected the dustbin.
ワトソン先生。あの人がワトソン。ってことは俺がホームズ。そりゃそうか。この人がワトソンでしょ。エマ・ワトソン。こんにちは。
The dustbin is yours for the digging, Mr. Holmes. Don't look at me. If you want the newspaper, you'll have to get your hands dirty.
あ、ついてきてくれるんだ。山本さん。外は雨モデル、今日は天候に適した服装が必要となるだろう。ツリーで、操作手帳を開き、タブで衣装を食べ、装飾につける。一回外に出ないといけないのか。ね、キャラクターの名、おー、キャラクターの名前ね、出てくれればめっちゃ楽なんだけどな。C か。C で開いて、あ、これね。あ、なんかめっちゃ衣装あるよ。おしゃれで暖かい。嵐がやってくる。暴風用。どれだろう。これがいいかな。これにしとくか。で、帽子かぶるんでしょ。うわっ、探偵と言ったらこれでしょ。これがいい。なんか全然似合わないけど。やばい、全然似合わなすぎて草。おい、この帽子に似合うやつがいいって。探偵といえばこういう帽子でしょ、やっぱり。もう似合う服装なくせわろた。ステリーだよ、怪しいやつね。そうだよ。怪しいやつ全員殴ればもう、解決よ。あ、でもこれもありだよな。こっちにするか。リストカーハットだね。これいいんじゃない？なんか、すごい悪いや、なんか、悪いやつそう。うわ！来た、ハリーポッター。やばい。やばいやばいやばいやばい。あれワトソン来たなんかまた。ワトソンも変えられるんだ。これでいいよ。なんかすんごい血の気やばいな、これ。これにしよっか。めちゃめちゃうさんくせえけど。
If you come across one of my drafts, please leave it in the bin.
何をすればいいの？
If I'm honest, part of me will enjoy watching you rifle
ゴ
through
ミ
the
を出せばいい
rubbish.
んだっけ？
Seems only fair after what you did to our flat.
You were mistaken, Dr. Watson. The paper was indeed dirtied, but not how you implied. It's potting soil.
もしかしてこれでなんか手がかりを見つけないといけないの？これじゃないのか。
A cactus spine. If it gets in your skin, it's awfully tricky to remove, and when laced with poison, the perfect assassination tool. See, Watson? The conspiracy is real. Someone tried to poison me.
Poison? You?
これ、俺が着てるやつもしかして、この帽子？帽子で走ること。
Get the strand! Get your copy of the strand here!
Hey.
Sorry, Mr. Holmes. I just sold my
あ、
last
やっぱり俺
paper.
ホームズさんなんだ。
Blast. Then why are you still here?
Boss pays by the hour. No sense in returning early.
めちゃめちゃ急ぐ。やばくない？うわー、すごいな。探偵っぽいわ。僕の新聞に何があった？今日起きた重大事件は？
Any breaking news today?
The dog accident. It's the talk of the town.
Yes, yes.
くだらない
Besides the
一日
tripe
の
on the
話は
front page,
強盗事件はあっ
anything
たか？
about burglaries?
I'm not sure, sir.
You're a bright child. I presume you see everything that goes on around here?
Nothing gets past me, mister.
Then tell me, did you notice anyone suspicious at my door this morning?
Like the man with your newspaper?
Precisely. What do you know?
I know the value of a shilling.
Dr. Watson.
Cool, now I can take the day off.
カードソン先生、語ってくれ。この男は新聞に何をした？玄関先の男について教えて。男はどこへ去った？この男は新聞
Did
に
you see
何を
what he
し
was
た？
up to?
Nah, not really. I saw him approaching your house, but I had a customer. Then there's a loud bang. I
銃声
ducked
みたいな
down.
音がした。
Not because I was scared, because I wasn't. I had to protect the merchandise. And all I could see was him kneeling at your door.
Can you describe the man you saw?
He was carrying a lot of
たく
books.
さんの本を運んでいて、顔が隠れるくらい
Never
の
heard of a well-read
続
assassin.
きの話なんて
Looks can deceive. Hence the
変
appeal
装
of
かもしれない。
disguises.
確かに。それが
Which way did he go?
ホームズさ
Not
ん。
sure. I was distracted by customers. Sorry.
All right. You earned your shilling. That'll be all.
Thanks, Mr. Holmes. Maybe I could be your eyes and ears. If you have more shillings.
お金あげよう、この子に。目と耳にな
Get
って
the
もらおう。
strand. Get your copy of the strand here.
ああ、こうやっあ、そういうことか。これでいろいろ調べていくのか。なんかこのなんか、デッドバイデイライトみたいな。新聞を読めなくした犯人は、物的証拠。それはなんか超めんどくせえじゃんこれ。これで関連付けていくってこと？ガチで推理じゃん。ちょっと待って。で
Get the strand. Get your copy
Do
of the
you even
strand here.
have enemies that would want to kill you? Okay, perhaps from Cordona.
あれ別に戻る必要ないのか。ってことはあの推理をしないといけないってことを今の話を聞いてまず最初に そんなとしたあれで本当にわかんの？ああ、そういうことね。ただ繋げていけば勝手にこうやってできてくれるんだ。だったら楽かもな。でっち上げもできちゃう。いや、ほんとそうだよね。新ぶりの話は不審な男がタイルの本を抱えてたという。そして今朝、本屋のバーンズ氏がワトソン先生に小説の本を配達した。暗殺用のサボテンの針、大きな音。バーンズ氏を訪ねるべきだろう。
Come now, Mr. Holmes.
で、これ
Murder?
でバーン
Get
ズ
the
のとこに
strand.
行けってね
Get your。copy of the strand here.
Not every pawn knows it's part of a game.
推理と、でも、謎解きのやつがあるらしいんだよね、どっかに。俺はその謎解きを楽しみに。本屋なんてどこにあるん？あ、これか。こういうことか。ここじゃね？違う。俺もここでしょ？看板立ってあるの。ここら辺だと思うけど。とりあえず下行くか。待って。こうだから、こうか。
Get the strand. Get your copy of the strand here.
なんで日本の旗立ってあるの？あれこれ上か？こっち。X を押してって書いてある。何この馬がめっちゃ可愛いんだけど。力尽きてる。ああ、これで固定できるのか。あるじゃん。ここやん。入れなくね？いけよ、このところじゃなくね？これ？えへへ、えへ。
How about that Vogel fellow? He seems rather obsessed with you. Would he do something like this?
観察する。お前そんな間近で観察してたら。おでこが怪しい。こいつは。このおでこだ。目の下のクマかよ。こっちまで行けない。ああ。 ゃがめんのか。こいつは多分きっとブルーベリーを手で潰してる。新聞のインクか。頭は怪しくない。まだ大丈夫。右足に大きく体重がかかっている。左足を引きずっている。汚くなってるぞこいつ。身長高く違うのかよ。ごめんね、汚くなってるぞとか言って。全然違ったわ。全部外れてる俺。バーン氏は足を引きずっており、長時間の重労働の結果、目の下に大きなクマができてしまっている。暗殺計画に加担しているとは考えられないが、手に付着したインクは彼が新聞を汚した張本人であることを示し、とはいえ、壮大な計画のコマの一つで知らずに利用されている可能性もある。これで何？仕事、見えるみんな。これで仕事なのか、脅迫されてるのか、どっちか選べってこと？むずくね？もう左足を引きずって、いや、全部が全部さ、別にだって、見えることやん。こんなん。おでこ笑った。犬っころに息遣い聞こえた？全然聞こえなかった俺今。確実なものないよね。これどうすればいいんだろう。仕事中毒にしとく？お前もう仕事中毒だ。多分きっと。
Mr. Barnes, a word.
待ってね。
Goodness sake.
なんか選べるタイプじゃなかったんかな？
Who goes there?
Sherlock Holmes. Now will you
Oui.
please?
Sherlock
Mr.
Holmes.
Golly, I did not see you come in.
Would you care to answer some questions for me?
Well, I wish I could, but I am deep in the weeds with work. How about we reschedule in a month or two?
Come now, Mr. Barnes. It will only take a moment.
Really deep in the weeds with important things. Well, help yourself to any book. Just take it and pay later. I trust you, Mr. Holmes.
Barnes doesn't seem like himself. Why is he acting this way?
You're asking the right questions, Doctor. Let's find a
話
way
聞
to
こうと
coax
したら
him
バ
out.
ーンズがどっか行っちゃったんだ。怪しくね？普通に。だって逃げる要素ないでしょ。あ、こいつだ。
So,
これか。
Barnes has a dog now. Who's a good boy?
Apologies, but I can't hear you. Please come back later.
The ladder is broken.
踏み台が破損している。壊れているから、そう時間経ってないようだ。なんか斜めってね。
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
お前も。
I could hardly imagine anything more macabre.
永遠の愛を象徴する永遠の植物。ね、さすがに即逃げ怪しいよな。あと脅されてるんだったら脅されてるだったら別に話
Cryptography in Egypt. It appears Barnes has an interesting hobby.
え、分かったの今までお前が分かっても俺が分かんないんだよ。
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is.
窓際の枯れた花。
An improvised stand, but it does make the flowers more visible.
確かに不自然ではある。どれだ
In the language of Mycroft's secret agents, it's a sign. Dried flowers are replaced when the job is done. I wonder who the recipient is. The finest view London has to offer.
ああ、そういうことか。数ヶ月にまた来てねが待ってたわけないやつ。確かに。
Barnes has always been a little
バンネ
odd,
少
but
し
this
変わ
is
ったことがあったら今回い
uncharacteristic
くらなんで
even
も
for
彼
him.
らしくないぞ。だって。怪しい。これは怪しい。
The weather is dreary, isn't it? To be fair, my flowers could use the rainfall.
Encouraging people to stop and smell the roses?
Our national emblem. God save the Queen.
上変化万歳。
It must take patience and care to produce a bloom so beautiful.
I imagine so. I merely sell them.
折れてる。
The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something. The pot is damaged. The blow was severe, but softened by something.
これなんかあんの
Familiar spine? Is this what I
あ、
found in my dustbin?
確かにサボテンの針。うわ、
Anything tickle your fancy,
確
Mr.
かし。
Holmes?
俺の家の前のゴミ箱にあったわ。この子もおでこが怪しくなかった。点を避けているのが注意が散漫なのか遠い目。髪の毛。ちげえのかよ。違うんか。ガチで髪の毛。唇じゃないの？ここか。多分これでしょ、多分。 当なくしてるんだ。でもなんか女性のことこんななんかなるわけもなくてすごいキモいんだけど。靴。店に来てから履き替えた綺麗なブーツ。確かにな。夫の死を悲しみを乗り越えようとし、夫の死を嘆き続けているが悲しみを乗り越えようとしているが、何が違うのこれの。でも選択ミスったんかな。あいつ怪しいな、バーンズでも。悲しみを乗り越えようとしてるかな。これにしようか。
Mrs. Fleming, you look particularly lovely today. Is there a reason?
Does a woman need a reason to look or feel beautiful?
No, but your distant look suggests you seek one man's gaze in particular.
Who told you that?
Nobody. Merely a keen eye and some simple deduction.
Well, I'll kindly ask you to keep your keen eye to yourself,
あ、
Mr.
合ってる
Holmes.
かも。もしかしたら方法を提示する。サボテンの針。バーンズ氏が計画に加担している証拠。うわー、サボテンの針とりあえず
I'm afraid I can't help with
持
that,
ち帰りない
Mr.
の分かり
Holmes.
ませんわ。
I don't know anything about this, sorry.
これ全部選択できるもしかして。
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
One of these things is not like the other.
Oh.
Come again?
The cactus. Those fearsome spines can prove a dell to remove.
引き抜くのシャンの技だ。さらにその樹液の毒が含まれる。
And a rose thorn can give you tetanus, but we still grow them. The cactus seems comparatively harmless. Though you have me thinking it must be valuable.
I was under the impression that you knew its price already.
Your guess is as good as mine. The first time I saw this cactus was when I came back from my break.
あ、追加された。赤い文字で。フレミング寺の話で誰がサボテンを置いたのかわからないという。休憩から戻ってきたらすでにサボテンが置いてあったようだ。
I'm afraid I can't help with that, Mr. Holmes.
What do you make of the flowers in Barnes' shop window?
Well, they could use a bit of water.
Do they mean anything to you?
Mean anything how? I'm not sure I'd follow, Mr. Holmes.
Why do you think they're there?
Are you suggesting the flowers are for me?
It seems likely, does it not?
Oh, I hope you're right.
枯れた花には覚えがないフレミング夫人だから自分に向けられたものであることを望んでいるようだ。
Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller. Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller. Are you sure you're asking the right person? I'm just a flower seller.
Are you familiar with Mr. Barnes?
Yes. No, not really. Well, in a way.
What on earth does that mean?
I know who he
お見かけ
is,
す
of
るくらいで
course.
言葉を交わしたことは
But
ほ
we
とんどな
haven't
い。
shared much more than a look.
A look?
Yes.
だけど
Each morning I go for a walk in the park with my dog.
あ
And most
ー、
days
バー
I
ンズも
spot
子犬
Mr.
っていうか
Barnes
犬飼
there
ってた
with
も
his
んね。
new puppy. So we'd see each other. Actually, we once met briefly while our dogs played. He was quiet and seemed unsteady as he approached. But
足
since
元がおぼ
then,
つかない。あいつ
we've
左
never
足怪我してるから
spoken. I
な。
often see him staring through the shop window. Sometimes I wonder what he thinks about that would etch such longing onto his face.
普通に、はしごが、
Hello there. What's your name?
Lily, I know, not very original.
はしごが普通に壊れて、コロナだけじゃないのかな。どうなんだろう。わかんないな。あ、緑くなってんのは終わってるんだ。で、ここで整理をすると。バーンズが奇妙な行動をとっている理由は？むずすぎんねえ、マジで何もわかんないんだけど、難しすぎるだろ。多分、足は関係ない。多分、あいつ、はしごっていうか、あれで多分、ただ単に怪我しただけだと思うんだよな。今多分気になるのは、結局、亀裂が入ったサボテン系でしょきっと。暗号学の本も気になるんだよな。ホームズがなんかちょっと、どれだ暗号学の本。これか。そんなんでもないか。でもこの赤文字が入ってるってことは、絶対これが大事でしょ。ってことじゃない？違うのかな？だから、亀裂のこれサボテンでしょまず。の、枯れた花。印象本当にバーンズはフレーミングが大好きなんかちょっと違うかったかなあれ合ってるかなどうなんだろうあれマジで無事。壁に足を落とした。あ、それもあるのか。サボテンのね。確かにな。なんで恋のキュー。あれもしかしたら恋のキューピッドしてるこれ。バーンズとフレミングの。 事件追ってないのこれ。もしかして。繋げようとしてる二人のこと。バーンズは枯れた花を置き、花屋であるフレーミング夫人の注意を引こうとしている。花は見かねた夫人が水やりの助言のために、店を訪れるようになり仕向けるためのものか。単に必死になっているのかのどちらかだ。バーンズは身分を隠し、机の上の目録で注文したサボテンを夫人に送った。贈り物としては、疑問符がつくが、目録で不老不死の象徴とされるサボテンは彼にとって永遠の愛の象徴なのだろう。このサボテンが米海外 221B で、ストランド市の上に落ちたものであることは明らか。バーンズに説明を仰ぐとしよう。ってんのかな、俺の推理ちゃんと合ってる。
think perhaps
今
I
回
have
無駄
been
な
chasing
捜査に時
shadows.
間を費やしてし
Do
まった
not
ようだ。
despair, Mr. Holmes. Even the
誰
best
か
of
間違え
us
るこ
make
とはある。気を落と
mistakes.
すことはない、ホームズさん。
We
分
better
か
tell
ったこ
Mr.
とをバーン
Barnes
ズ
what
さんに
we've
伝えよう。
learned.
Mr. Barnes, I know what you did, and I know why you did it.
I'm sorry, Mr. Holmes. I can't hear you very well from behind the door.
フレミング夫人の新しいサボテン、新聞が読めなくなっていた。とりあえず、
You ordered a cactus from the plant catalogue and then left it for Mrs. Fleming as a gift. You place flowers in the window to get her attention and wear high heels to appear taller and more desirable. You are her secret admirer.
あ、動揺してるぞ。ガチもしかして。
I couldn't read this
本当に恋
morning's
してるだけ、お
edition
前。
of The Strand because it was covered in soils
ガシャガ
and
シャ言ったけど。
spines. I know you dropped a cactus on it and then fled.
Barnes, it's Dr.
あなた
Watson.
がフレミング夫人に
Rest
抱いてい
assured,
る
we
感
are
情は
not
我々は
interested in
本当に
disclosing your
私たち
personal affairs to anyone, including Mrs. Fleming. Please come out.
All right
え
then.
ガチで恋してただけかよ、こいつ。もしかして。
So, you know what happened then? I was on my way back from the post office, having picked up the cactus and some books. It was quite an awkward package, heavy too, and when I got to your door, I dropped the cactus in your paper. Forgive me.
I needed that paper to prove a theory and prevent a crime. Your actions were rather disruptive. Your clumsiness carrying the post is matched only by the clumsiness of your romantic gesture.
ここまで言わな
Oh,
くても。
it's true. I am useless with this sort of thing. I'm not even sure if Mrs. Fleming
こんな
noticed.
悲しい顔してるやん。どうすればいいか教えよ。僕の専門じゃない。教えてあげ
As
な
in
よ。
most things in life, truth is the answer. Cease with the obtruse signals and anonymous gifts.
確かにな。
Simply
終わりくど
talk
い
to
こ
the
とやんない
woman.
だな。
What is the worst that can happen? She rejects you, and you are freed from this endless purgatory.
That. Yes, you are correct, of course. I do have a slight tendency to overthink things. Thank you.
So at last, we return to the matter of the paper. I'm investigating a string of burglaries. Did you perhaps read of any before the
今朝の新
edition
聞に
was
事件のことを
spoiled?
書かれていませんでした。
I
覚えていま
don't
せんが、どうぞ私
recall,
の新聞を
but
読み
you're
ください。
welcome to read our copy for yourself.
You had an issue of The Strand here all along?
Well, naturally. I am a bookseller. I have a subscription to every magazine and newspaper in London.
So you ought to be familiar with the concept of burying the lead.
Oh no, my apologies, Mr. Holmes. I'll make it up to you however I can. I am an expert on obscure languages and translation,
ne?
and
Yes, okay. Just give me the paper.
お、真実アンロックした。はしご意味ないのかな。ただのなんか、考えさせるためだけに置いただけかな、あれ、もしかして。仕事足は。ああ、確かにまだ序盤だから、あれか。ありえるな。チュートリアルみたいなね。確かにな。 昨夜空洞の爆を救わないように複数の爆発が発生しました。目撃者の証言ではそれ爆発事故ね。ああ、複数の爆発事故だから、
Come, Dr. Watson.
ただの
Just
事故
put
じゃ
this
ない？
matter behind us.
Farewell, Mr. Barnes. I hope to hear good news about you and Mrs. Fleming.
ただの事故じゃない？もしかしたら。
Let me know if there's any way I can make it up to you. Tell you what, tomorrow's edition of The Strand is on me. Okay, not just tomorrow. A whole week's worth. How does that sound? You're right, I could do more. Next time you move house, I'll be there to help. I'm great with boxes. And feel free to consult my books whenever you like. I could be an asset in one of your investigations. And feel free to consult my books whenever you like. I could be an asset in one of your investigations.
I'm sure Barnes has had enough of our meddling, Mr. Holmes. We best be off. I'm sure Barnes has had enough of our meddling, Mr. Holmes. We best be off.
Well, that was an utter waste of time.
完全に時間の無駄だったな。
Rather unlikely.
There was supposed to be
で
another
ももしか
burglary.
した
I
ら無
was
駄な
certain
時
of
間
it.
なんてない。
Something you wish to say,
一応覚えとこう。
Doctor?
No? Well, only that you have a remarkable faculty for deduction and pattern recognition. And that perhaps, if ill-applied...
I see things that are not there.
Yes. It is London. There will always be burglaries. Doesn't have to mean anything.
So it seems. Forgive me. Without something to occupy my mind, I turn into an entirely different animal.
Which brings us back to my news from earlier. I think I have a case for you, a real one.
Truly?
Indeed. Though perhaps not as thrilling as your stories from Cordona. A patient of mine, Captain Stenwick, told me that his servant disappeared. I said I knew just the man to help. What do you say?
いなくなっちゃった。
Watson.
Yes, I know it's not the most tantalizing
失踪事件
mystery
来た。
nor the story to launch my writing career. But...
It's brilliant. Let's go.
Oh, good. Well, his house is nearby. Come.
なんかさっきあったな。確かに。これ多分左側の家でしょ。
Not much further now.
これじゃない。いけ。日本国大使館。こんな近くにあるの？あれ？ここら辺にあったよね。あれ？違うっけ？なんで泣いてんの？あれ違うやつか。もしかして。あ、なんか出てる。ここ？これやん。こでかいの立ってたわ。こんに
Is
ちは。
this lousy attitude of yours because of my altercation with
ロッ
Inspector
クハ
Lockhart?
ロックハートって聞いたことある。
Sir, the inspector has nothing to do with it. I'm telling you the same thing I tell anyone seeking a missing person.
Good day, gentlemen. Forgive the intrusion. Captain Stenwick, this is my colleague Sherlock Holmes, the consulting detective I told you about.
At last, a professional. This useless officer refuses to do anything about Kimmy here, my missing servant. What was your name again? I shall be certain to inform your superiors.
Sergeant Ruffles. And it's my superiors who made this decision, sir.
Have there been other disappearances lately?
Of course, here and there.
それはも
When
う
life
大
is
量
tough
に
and
な。
opportunity comes knocking, you can't blame those who answer.
Why has the police department decided not to help?
We investigate murders, thefts, fraud, arson, real crimes. A servant walking away from his master is not our highest priority. That said, if we find Kimahia breaking the law, we'll be sure to notify Captain Stenwick. Now, I must be off.
優
Best of luck in
先
your search.
順位をつけざ
You
るを得
heard
な
that,
いん
didn't
だ
you?
よね。
The way that man spoke to me. I shall need your written testimony. Then we can lodge a complaint.
Captain, perhaps Mr. Holmes' time is better spent learning about your servant, so that he may begin his investigation.
Ah, yes. Quite right. Fire away.
いいな、この人のもみあげ。
Tell me about Kimahia.
He's foreign. A Maori. All the way from New Zealand. Biggest man you've ever seen. And as strong as two. Dark hair and fearsome tattoos. He doesn't speak a whit of English. Never bothered to learn.
英語を
But I
話す
made
ま
do
い。
with
学ぶ
pointing.
気すらな
I
い。
invested a lot of money in him, so he must be found.
When did you last see your servant?
Kimmy here normally brings me the morning papers, but yesterday I had to get them myself.
おと
He
と
must
い
have
の夜。
escaped the night before yesterday.
May I see your servant's bedroom?
His shack is in the garden. You can't miss it.
Did you search the room?
小屋に
Of
住んでるん
course,
だ。
but only to check he wasn't lying dead inside. Everything seemed normal at a glance.
逃げたことがあるのか。
I take it this is the first time Kimahia has vanished?
Undoubtedly. The man seemed terrified of the city. I think it was all the noise. He never left this estate.
音が
Should he
嫌いなん
cause
だね。
any damage, I will bear the responsibility, for it was I who rescued him from savagery and brought him here to England in the first place.
確かにね、なんかその巨人みたいな奴らがね、や
Is
つらじゃね
there any reason Kimahia may have left?
I should think not. He had all he could have
ある
wanted.
わけがなかろう。
Gainful employment, new clothes, and all the cabbage he could eat.
キャベツも好きなだけ食わせてやった。
Did Kimahia make off with anything of value?
Heavens, no. I would have mentioned it to Sergeant Ruffles.
Still, he must have fled with some money on his person.
No, no. I kept his wages in my safe. For security.
All right, Captain. I think I have enough to get started. We shall first take a look around the mansion.
Go ahead.
お金を
I'll
持
be
って
here,
ない。
mentally drafting my complaint.
うん。音が苦手。でかい男。そしてゴリラ。
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
確かにね、それは思ったわ。こんな怖い損してるなーって。なこれ。足跡じゃねこれ。
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a
なんで雨降
workman's
ってん
boots.
だ足跡残ってる。
Chewing tobacco.
タバコ？ 他にもあるってこと？これ何なの？あともう一個どっかにあるらしい。どれだ？なくない？これじゃないのかな？多分これだけはちょっと違くねだって。ないぞ。こっちに行けないし、もう。
A shoe print, roughly size 11, with a worn-out sole. These are a workman's boots.
首かなと思ったけど、これが道具。ワトソン君、君の出番だ。なんだまあちょっと後ずさりした。もしかしてなんだけど、いや無理か。あ、なんか
Looks like a knee print. Someone knelt here. The amount of chewing tobacco suggests they were waiting a while.
Amazing, Mr. Holmes. To read the ground like an open book.
ガリレオみたい。シャーロックは想像によって過去を再現できる。ね、その異能の力みたいな。で、これでどうすんの？これすげえ。こ これで想像してるんだ。次に行けない。どういうことだ。ああ、ひざまずいてたって、ああ、そういうことね。かっこよくないマジで。ねえ。指パッチンでこいつ能力使ってるんだけど。前と次。押せないんだよな。証拠が不十分ってこと？ここになんかあるんだよね。これは何？
Yes, Denwick is no angel, but he's one of my few clients. Please, try to remain courteous.
押せないってことはまだ証拠があれなんだきっと。でもあるよな。ヒロインを見つけたらキーをして対象注意がただし関連する証拠を固定しなければ表示されない手がかりもそう。これを一回こうやってダメなのか。あ、足跡だけじゃあれか。方言から何かもしかしたら無理だ。間違えた。ん？あ、なんか解放されてる。に続いて、ちょっと待って。ちょっと待ってよ。
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
もうちょっと、あった、こういうの。もうちょっと探そう。
The rag reeks of smoke. Someone plugged the chimney.
This disappearance is intriguing.
めっちゃあるぞ。
A Maori nose flute. Ngurus, they're called.
ここに住んでたんだ。
Clothes made of Hessian. Is Stenwick really so miserly?
でも奴隷って書いてあった。
Button chops. The remains of a meal.
バトンチョップ。何それ。
A heavy chemical odor. Lend me your nose, Doctor.
Ah, I'll never forget that smell after my time in Afghanistan. That's an opioid, Mr. Holmes, a narcotic.
The ashes are long since cold.
A scrap of Hessian.
These were sturdy boxes. It would have required a serious blow to break them.
ワトソン君、僕邪魔だよ。
No air coming through it. Is this a Tanifa, a Maori water spirit, or something else?
Either way, it's giving me chills.
なんか顔あるな。
Impressive. The sack of grain retained the shape of an impact.
誰が
Someone
こ
hit
れ
their
頭を
head.
打ちつけたんだろう。
A small navy spyglass.
船。なんか船で爆破がどうのこうの言ってたよな。
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
Could have left these tracks. They seem fresh.
あそこにもあるな。これ作ってね、麻薬。こうやって食べるもんな。麻薬って。あー、これあれだ。ここでおかしくなったのか、もしかしてこいつ。これは何だろう。幻覚見てずっこけた説あるよな。あそこに顔ペターンじゃない今のところ。とりあえずこれ証拠にしとくか。ある程度集められて赤い文字で。でもなんかまだもっと手がかりありそうなんだよな。 これあれかもしかして。なんだっけ、車輪。水平だね。あ、そういうことか。水平って水平か。これ一回やってみよう。何もならない。あ、なんかある。まだあるぞ。ここには草が生えていない。頻繁に使われている。
Someone moved a cart to this spot and then took it elsewhere. Can't see it anywhere in the garden.
前に移動できる。
This lock is quite unusual. It appears that the key should be bent to the right.
This disappearance is intriguing, no? I cannot make head nor tail of it.
"あと1個なんか絶対手がかりあるよな、これ。それともここにはもうないのかな。裏行けない？裏行けるな。一回行ってみよう。気になるから。あれ？これじゃないか。行けないようになってるんだ。賢っ。ってことはここまでってこと？そうだな。この人は違うでしょ。とりあえずあったもので、まずこれ。
I thought you were meant to be intelligent. I thought you were meant to be intelligent. I thought you were meant to be intelligent.
Is this spyglass familiar?
I don't recognize it.
Could it be Kimahir's, perhaps?
I doubt it. I never saw him with it, nor could I suggest how he might have come by it.
I came across a pile of Hessian clothes in the shack. Are they Kimahir's?
Yes. I had to give him something to clothe himself. He seemed unfazed by his bare skin, but I found it distracting. Where on earth are you going with this?
The door to your garden has an interesting lock.
Yes, I have uncommon locks on every door of my mansion. It makes them harder to pick. Kimmy here and I both had a set of keys.
I'll need to borrow them.
No, you'll need to do what I tell you to do. Examine the garden.
Has Kimmy here ever indulged in tobacco?
No, the man doesn't even drink.
Are you certain? I found chewing tobacco in the garden.
I controlled Kimmy here's expenses since he struggled with the currency. I would have known if he used tobacco.
Do you happen to know Kimmy here's shoe size?
I wouldn't have the foggiest, but I'm sure it was enormous. Not that it matters. He spent his life barefoot. Despite my best efforts, he simply did not take to shoes.
De つなげられるようになったか。俺気になるのはこれなんだよな。確実に。望遠鏡だと落ちたはずないでしょ。で、なんか船で使ってるとか言ってたもんな。ここが不十分な気が、不十分というか、わかんない。なんだここ。これも気になるけどね。布で塞がれたの。クルさんおはよう。お疲れ様。今、名探偵してる。合ってる。合ってるのと合ってな、そういうことね。これでわかるんだ。ってことは望遠鏡は別に関係なかったってこと？合ってない。マジ？布？合ってない。他にまだまだあるってこと？もしかしてこれ。証拠が不十分すぎる。なんかできるようになった。なんか望遠鏡あるぞこいつ。待て待て待て待て待て待て待て待て待て待て待て待て。 こいつ何を持ってるんだ今。これで吸ってたとか違うよね、さすがに。これ確かに火つけてるよね。火つけてるのかな。とりあえずこれはそのまま。確かにね、これ君部屋の足跡じゃないんだ。どっか行ったよ。あ？なんか証拠多分あるんだけど俺が見つけられてない、もしかして。
This disappearance is intriguing, though. I cannot make head nor tail of it.
樽壊しました。あ、これ君部屋じゃないぞ。これが君部屋？これが君部屋だ。ワトソンがめっちゃ邪魔。これはなんで君部屋からこれになったの？マジよくわかんない。これはわかる、多分。あ、君部屋なのか。どってなんだ。違うわ、やっぱり。あ、わかった。これじゃね？やっぱり。あー。よしよしよしよしよしよし。これで、やっぱ来た来た来た来た来た来た来た。絶対こんな怪しいところ何もないなんておかしいもんな。 定する。否定したらどうなるの？
Surveilling from afar, the intruder waited for a window of opportunity. When Kimahir went to sleep, the man crept up to the shack and slipped narcotics down the chimney pipe, then blocked it with a cloth. Kimahir inhaled the sedative and fell into a deep sleep. The intruder tried to move him, but the man was heavier than expected. The intruder fell on the sack and dropped his spyglass. In order to transport the servant, he had to use the cart. The final challenge was opening the garden door. Luckily for our intruder, Kimahir had the key in his shack.
Remarkable. It makes total sense.
おー。指パッチンかっこよ。ね。指パッチンがいっちゃんかっこいい。誘拐犯の特徴は？これがこういうことじゃない？誘拐犯の特徴。で、望遠鏡当たってる。望遠鏡が当たってんのにまだ証拠がないってこと？どうでしょう。むずくね？マジでやば。全然わからん。全然わからんくてさ。名探偵来た。真実はいつも一つ。
You'd best have found something by now, gentlemen.
進展はあった。
I fear that someone may have spied upon Kimahir. Likely the owner of the spyglass I found earlier. It appears they were watching for some time, as there was an impressive amount of chewing tobacco on the ground.
And your point?
I found the residue of narcotics in Kimahir's brazier. There are several explanations, perhaps your servant's recreational interest, or an attempt at poisoning.
Cut to the chase, Mr. Holmes.
You said that you checked the shack earlier. Did you notice the cart tracks near it? Now, one ought to expect a servant to make regular use of such a thing. Indeed, I would have overlooked the detail were it not for the cart's absence. If, as you say, Kimahir never leaves your estate, then where did it go?
I expect answers from you, Mr. Holmes, not questions.
I won't keep you in suspense any longer, Captain. Kimahir was abducted by the owner of the spyglass. When your servant fell asleep, he slipped a narcotic into Kimahir's brazier to make him sleep even more soundly. In order to carry a man as large as Kimahir, the intruder stole the cart and rolled him right out of your garden.
Now, hold on. All this simply to tell me what I already know? Why haven't you found him yet?
I only arrived a moment ago. It is, frankly, incredible that I've already deduced so much.
Every second you dawdle here, waiting for me to stroke your ego, is another second wasted. I'm not interested in the how, the why, or the who. I am only interested in recovering my investment. Spare me the claptrap, boy, and go and fetch my servant.
今、なんと言った？ なら自分でやれ。
Truly, there is no better evidence of a man's nature than the way he treats those who help him. And you, sir, are a brute. The cruelty of your ignorance about the Maori people, your selfish attitude to a man's kidnapping.
The point is, Captain, we're telling you this for a reason. The intruder fled through the garden door, and we need a key to follow his trail.
Well, then you should have led with that. Here you go. I hope you'll return soon with good news. And in the meantime, please teach your companion the art of brevity.
最近積んだんだったら。望遠鏡じゃなかったんだもんね。ふむふむふむ。まずはこれをこうしてみる。
Sturdy rope, professionally tied in a Portuguese bowline. This knot is often used by sailors to create a bosun's chair.
ついてる。
Wheels picked up grass along the way. Kimahia's cart, I gather. A strange substance. I have my suspicions based on the color and consistency, but would you care to hazard a guess, Doctor? Roy Soulsby. Could that be the name of our man?
Well, it's odorless, but from the way it absorbs water, I'd say saltpeter.
Then we're in agreement. Well done. A large pile of horse droppings.
これ花粉なの？全然なんかくぼみに見えるんだけど。全然くぼみに見えた俺今。あ、これか。もしかして。
Many cigarette butts. Someone stood here for hours. There was a cab waiting here. Our abductor slipped in and then off into the night.
Oh, すげえ、ここ行けるようになってる。特に何もないのかな。こっち側は。何もなさそう。あれ
Stenwick makes his servant live in a tool shed. You think you know someone.
これでもしかして揃った。絶対。来た。望遠鏡、有価編の特徴は、名詞じゃね？さすがに。 足取り。あ、違うの？財布？ガチでわかんないんだけど。これは当てはまったな、さすがに。もうこれもう手当たり次第やるしかないや。ああ、そういうことか。びっくりした。特別な縄の無線に残されたサビはブーツの足跡、すべての手がかりを見て、君派の床のこれなのり。で、これが名詞。有価班の足取り。違う。むずくて笑った。財布は当たってるな。あ、これかもしかして。なんか服増えた。あ、服増えた。わ、いいじゃん。
The strand proved not so useless after all. The saltpeter accident, Doctor, do you recall?
The Port of London, of course. The footwear, the spyglass.
Indeed. We shall need to take a cab there.
Let's just go. Stenwick wanted results, not pleasantries.
走れ、走れ、走れ。馬車でって言ってたよね。馬車なら何でもいいのか。ロケーションを離れますか？ロケーション。ここはあ、ここに戻れないってこと？でももう終わったよね。いいよ。
Where to go? The Port of London, please. I will show you where to stop.
Chapter 2鮮血の赤い夜。
Mr. Holmes, what a compelling mystery we have stumbled upon. Perhaps I have the premise of my next novel.
One kidnapping does not a story make.
Stop! A black cat crossed before us. It's a bad omen.
I did not take you for the superstitious type, Doctor. Such things are mere fantasies, tricks of a feeble mind. One imagines a physician would keep a surer footing in reality.
Perhaps. Before the war, my time abroad was difficult. Once, I came across an Afghan, bleeding, who I could not save. He pressed a rosary into my hand. A gift, he said, so as to gain God's favor. After that...
なんかその怪しいアングルやめて。
Dr. Watson?
Yes, well, I shan't get into details, but sometime later I found myself lost in the desert. Dehydration set in, and things grew ever more dire. The man's words came to me. I said a prayer and placed the rosary on a rock. In God's favor.
And you were rescued.
Yes. A detachment of British soldiers found me.
To whom I'm grateful. Without their diligence, you would not be standing here and I would not have this case.
I'm sure you have another explanation prepared, Mr. Holmes, but I think I shall cling to the occasional superstition all the same.
To each his own, Dr. Watson. So long as it does not interfere with my methods, do it. We must press on, cat or no cat. The question remains, why abduct Kimahir?
呪われた人形。
Oh, hardly a reputable establishment.
I've
seen worse. Can you satisfy my curiosity?
You're lucky to find me.
ソルズビーはいつもなんだこれ造船所けどでまだ見てないからこっち見る。
Is this familiar to you?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
It appears that the saltpeter explosion rattled the locals. Can't blame them for staying at home.
Is this familiar to you?
I can't tell you because I don't know.
何も知らねえ、わからねえよ。酒にやられてな。何タコだ。
May I ask for your assistance?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
これは何？これはここか。
Greetings, miss. I'm hoping you can help us.
We shall soon see.
I heard tell of a recent explosion in the port. What do you know of it?
Ah, yes. Something exploded in a ship's cargo hold. Caused a terrible blaze. The sky was red with smoke till morning.
Where precisely did it occur?
The ship sank near the third pier, next to the dockyard.
My colleague and I are seeking a burly man, above average height, with workman's boots.
Half my customers, then. Your description hardly narrows things down.
この客の半分以上が当てはまるね。君の怪しいところは、あ、ここだ。あれだ、唇。そして胸元。 今回に膨張している。なんか隠してるってこと？なんかにゃんこの声聞こえん。あ、そういうこと？妊娠に気づいてないとかってあるん？あるか。気づいてねえんじゃねこの人。
Miss, what if I told you that you are in the family way?
No, really? Oh, thank you, sir. How would I, a simple woman, have ever known without your help? You must be a doctor.
In a manner of speaking.
He's not. He merely has the ego of one. I apologize, miss. Mr. Holmes is fond of his observations, but I am the doctor here, not him. Do you need any help?
I'm fine, thank you. I would rather not discuss my condition, nor let word of it spread.
知られたくないのもあれなのか。すごい観察眼だにゃ。
Have you been drinking?
Are you familiar with a Roy Soulsby?
Roy Soulsby?
I
know the name. He's not one of my
Oh.
regulars. My guess is that he works somewhere around here.
転職。
What do you know about this poster?
転職してく
A
ださい。
foreign woman asked to put it up. She's plastered them all over the pool.
お休み取って
Any
ください。
clues as to her whereabouts?
None. It was hard to understand what she was saying.
猫どこにいるんだろう。近くから声してたよね。画面にいる？あ、いた。ああ、いいね。この柄の猫も結構好き。こういう柄の猫。
It's a large harbor. If our kidnapper is hiding here, finding him won't be easy.
確かに大きいな、これは。ダメなんだ。
Can I ask you a question?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
渡りな。
Help me, please.
No, sorry. I know nothing.
May I ask you something?
Oh, sorry, I know nothing.
May I ask for your assistance?
なんか俺の YouTube バグってんだけど。大丈夫これ。写真撮ろう。初めてだから。何これ。何これ。こんなことあんの？なんか今何人見てるかっていうのが詳しくわかるんよ。みんなより君。マイナス1人だった。
I can't tell you because I don't know.
マイナス1になることある。マイナス2になった。マイナス2になった。
How can I help? I could try and flag someone down.
マイナスなんて初めてなんだけど。絶対これバグってるでしょ。なんかさっきからなんか数値おかしいんだよな。バグり散らかしてる。
Help me, please.
Sorry, sir, I can't help
でみんないるよね。いや違うんだよ。2つあるんだよね。今何人見てるのってやつが2つあるんよ。しか片方がバグってる。片方がマイナス2になってる。
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
これちょっと YouTube あれかもしかして人の日かも。めっちゃ広。
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
リアル謎解き始まった。呪いのミッキーに呪われてる俺もしかして。うわー広いなー。この先ないよね、さすがに。あるのかもしかして。科学してる？
Hello, lad. Is this where I may find Dea?
You read the poster? Yes? You know where my brother Girves is?
Sadly, no. Well, not yet. I want to speak to Dea. Is she around?
Amma, my mother. She got sick after the fire. Big red smoke. She couldn't breathe, so I took her to the doctor. Now I am in charge.
Where did you last see Girves?
He worked at a, warehouse. This man, Roy Solby, gave him the job. He paid him a necklace.
Do you still have the necklace that Soulsby gave to Girves?
Girves left it near the, shrine. I tried to sell it to buy Amma medicine, but no one wanted to buy.
How would you describe this Soulsby?
He was big and strong. He had a big scary eye.
Scary, you say?
Yes, like it was made of
目が金属。何目が金属って。
Don't go anywhere. This cheap pendant looks like silver, but it's only made of tin. No surprise the boy couldn't sell it.
安物だとか言うのって。なんかめっちゃリアルなんだけど。
Do you think he's okay?
大丈夫かなって。ああ、そういうことか。ここあれか。仏壇とかじゃないんだもんね。死んじゃってんのかと思ったもん。日本のやっぱりさ、仏壇になんか 写真立てるみたいなのがイメージ強くて勝手に思い込んじゃってた今。
May I ask you something?
Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
悪いが知らないな。
May I ask for your assistance?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Hello.
Please.
Of course I know.
もちろん知ってるさ。だって。船見に行ったって。こいつ。あやち。
Help me, please.
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
今のところともしかして労働力としてのにあれじゃないいられだったんじゃない人手が欲しすぎてそれがガチだったらどうしよう今適当に言ったことが本当にそうだったらどうしよう
Can I ask you a question?
人手が欲しかったんだよとか言われたら
May I ask for your assistance?
No, sir, I've never heard of it.
こいつ聞いたよね
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
チョリソめっちゃチョリソに聞こえた
Excuse me, just one question.
I wish I could be of help, but I can't. Sorry.
Okay. Thank you.
May I ask for your assistance?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
Okay. 広いなぁ。チョリソ。これ感じかけられないよ。
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
May I ask for your assistance?
Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
ほら。チョリソに聞こえる。
Could you help me?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
ここなんかバードそうだなもうみんなだんだんチョリソに聞こえてくる 俺がマジなわけだから今。この言葉がチョリソーにしか聞こえないマジない。わあ、猫かと思ったら魚だった。けえな。
Could you help me?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
この人の言い方はチョリソーにあんまなんか。
Is this familiar to you?
I wish I could be of help, but I can't.
この人さっきも聞いたな。うんうんうん。12番だよね、あれ多分。12番倉庫みたいな。仮に。そうなんだけど。
Can I ask you a question?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
チョリソーだった。
May I ask for your assistance?
ごめん。
I wish I could be of help, but I
こんななん
can't.
か、
Sorry.
にゃーって。こんななんか、強くぶつかってないけどね。
Excuse me, just one question.
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
May I ask you something?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
チョリソー、コロンビア。どうした？手やりた？
May I ask for your assistance?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
使いだこの人。
Are you able to help me?
As much as I'd like to help you, I know nothing about this.
Could you help me?
この町、二日酔いの人いっぱいいるな。
Is this familiar to you?
Sorry, sir, I can't help you.
チョリソー、コロンビア。で、これで戻ってきたのか。そうだな。
Excuse me, just one question.
一応歩いてるやつには話しかけとこう。
Not in the mood, mate. Shoo!
お前？
Pardon me, sir. I am looking for Roy.
Not again. Yes, I'm Roy, but I can't help you find your uncle or whoever you've lost.
Now, what makes you think I would inquire about missing people?
You are the fourth person to ask this week. Just because I work at the port doesn't mean I keep track of everyone who comes here.
でもこの人では合ってるんだ。
You say we are not the first to ask you about a disappearance. Do you recall anything about those who came inquiring?
I only remember the foreign woman. I didn't catch her name, but those are her posters hanging up everywhere. She has badgered me twice now, and I still don't know nothing.
And this woman can be found?
No clue. She was talking gibberish.
May I ask what you're doing here?
This is where the ship sank the other day. I'm trying to work out how
ここで
we'll
爆発
remove
した
it.
んだ。
Now, where was I?
ワドトもさっきからなんか走ってるな。君は、あ、こいつおでこが怪しい人だ。ハンコによるインク汚れ。お腹が出ている。治る前か。屈強ではない。 合ではないんじゃない？これでしょ。てか俺があれだからあんま見えない。
Can't help you there, mate. What are you on about? Sorry, doesn't ring a bell. My card?
私もどこで
Where
手
did
に
you
入れ
dig
た？
that up?
At a crime scene near Baker Street involving a young servant's
若い少
kidnapping,
年
I
が誘
might
拐
add.
された事件のね。
No. Someone used it without my consent. How else would it end up there?
本当か？お前。
Sorry, doesn't ring a bell.
His brother also said you had a metal eye. What do you make of this?
Tell that him to stop making things up.
本当かな？
Moskva. Sounds like this ship was from the east.
My money is on a loose cigarette or a discarded match. One careless throw and boom.
ね、金属の目って何なんだろうね。俺もそれなんか気になってんだよな。君の誘拐犯はあれもうこれしかないじゃん。他の主人ことないだろ。だったら俺もう誰も信じれないわ。居場所はもしかしてこれは当たってると思う。まだ称号が揃ってないらしい。
That boat explosion stopped most traffic coming into the port. Guess I'll be without work for a while.
Moskva. Sounds like this ship was from the east.
Wonder why people are going missing. Puts a man on edge, you
こ
know.
いつがソルズビーでしょう。これ何するんだろう。手がかりも何もないのに。あの12番倉庫が開けられるようになってる説が。そんなことないか。 ピンポイントでこれだわ。迷路みたいな。
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel like a meat pie?
Is this familiar to you? I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
この名刺はもう意味ないもんな。設定してても意味ないから。これかな。一応これ設定しとくか。
May I ask you something?
I don't think anyone here knows the answer. You should ask someone else.
Is this familiar to you?
Sorry, sir. I can't help you.
一回酒場へ戻る。
I should have helped Amma put out the posters. If she hadn't been in the smoke so long, maybe she wouldn't be sick.
What? トルツビーって金属の目って言ってたけど、あいつ金属の目じゃなくなかった？あいつじゃない？もしかしてトルツビー。
Have you ever heard of a man with a metallic eye?
I've seen him even. Dirty Summers is the
汚れ
name.
てるソマーズって呼ばれ
Nasty
てる
lout
男。失っ
with
た
a
目の代わ
silver
りに
ball in place of a missing eye.
金じゃないの？
I shudder to ask, but where does one find a dirty Summers?
He likely signed on with a ship. I am not one to spy on others, let alone him.
I see.
My advice, keep away from him.
OK。これで近づいてきた。あ、当たった。ホマーズってやつで、ロイス・ホルズビー、さっき喋ってたやつが加担してた可能性があるらしい。だから多分ね、ソマーズってやつが、詰めてる説あるよね。船かどうたらこうたらって言ってる。本当だ。
Is this familiar to you?
It is a shame I can't answer your question.
罠にはめられた。罠です、これ。こいつにもう一回話聞くか。
What are you got
あ、来た。
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that? And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
3つ選ぶのかと思った。
And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
高尾の人の証言じゃないん？
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
あ、これか。
And how do I fit in all this? Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
あ、これか？ソマーズって書いてある。
A man named Dirty Summers was involved in some recent kidnappings across London. He used your name as a cover for his deeds.
What? Really? That doesn't mean I'm involved, though.
あ、そういうことね。どういうことだ。
Boulder Dash. Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr. Soulsby, you know more than you're letting on.
What makes you say that?
最初からだ。
A man named...
What?
Your calling card was found at the crime scene. That's enough to make you a suspect.
You cannot be serious. This proves nothing. Sorry, you lost me there.
Mr.
最後。最後なんだ？
A man...
What?
You're called...
名詞。最後がこれ
This
か？
proves
違う。
nothing. Sorry, you lost me there.
違うんですか？
Mr. Soul... A man...
で、名詞。張り紙か？違うでしょ、張り紙は。お前？ん？
It's true.
お前だよ。
And that's before mentioning your gold watch. It's brand new and awfully expensive for a customs officer. Clearly you have found yourself another source of income. I'm sure Scotland Yard will be delighted to investigate further.
All right, stop. Look, it's not as it seems. I did not partake in the kidnappings.
I'm all ears, Mr. Soulsby.
Yes, I know Summers. He paid me to turn a blind eye to his business in the warehouse area. Just that. On my word.
You did not tell me which
あ、
warehouse...
12番倉庫。
I do not recall.
絶対それだ。
I use red paint to mark unsupervised warehouses. Ought to be one of them.
What else can you say of Summers?
He's a regular at the Cursed Mermaid. Goes there with his crew almost every evening.
What for?
I don't know. I assumed just for a drink. Could do with a pint of the cursed mermaid. With the thought of walking in this fog.
まあまあちょっと酒場によるのかな。どこに思います。え？フィジカル強い。問い詰める。
Why do I have the feeling that you know more about dirty summers than you're letting on?
I have nothing more to add, sir.
もしかしてソマーズが夫とかないよね。そんなことないよな。
Enough. I have hard evidence that Summers was involved in recent kidnappings across London.
I'm not surprised. So what?
やめてくれよ。
A customs officer, Roy Soulsby, testified that Summers was a regular here. You must know something about his business.
All I know is his drinks order.
If the lives of the missing do not concern you, then I would urge you to think about your unborn child.
Are you threatening me?
違うね。
Nothing of the sort, but that doesn't mean that there won't be
Summersが夫とか
consequences
じ
for
ゃない
your
よな。
silence. Everyone knows you happily served Summers and his crew. Should the police come knocking, you'll be the one going away. And none of us wish to see you raise a child behind bars. Now, spare yourself the trouble and tell me all you know.
Okay. Summers hired my private room. I think he used it to recruit people, but I haven't seen him in a few days. He paid me cash, so I paid him no attention. Nor did I touch anything inside. Here's the key. Go and do what you will. Just leave me out of it.
古びた鍵。
5 shillings. That won't go far.
$50ポンドっていくらぐらいなんだろう。ああ、雇われてんの？
Strange symbols. I don't recognize them.
本当に手が必要だったとかじゃないのか。
Doesn't look like anything to me.
What did you see of Summers' work here? He was
人が必要だ
recruiting
った。
It was like the whole world came through my door.
必要なところ、
People
世
of
界
all
中が
creeds
素
and
晴らし
colours,
くな
but
るようだった
always strong, always tall. They seem like workers or journeymen. Beyond that, there's not much more to tell. I took his money and let him be.
And this lasted how long?
Several weeks, I wager. What can I get you?
If we stay out much longer, I'm going to need some supper. Do you feel
お
like
前
any...
延々とミートパイ食べたいな、ワトさん。ミートパイ食べてこい。 ワトソン君。領収書絶対違うわ、これ。あったとしたらこれだね。領収書？倉庫だ。君部屋がいる。お食やろう。本当だよ、これずーっとミートパイのこと考えながらこうやってついてきてんだよ。俺の後ろ。小腹ついて小腹ついたっつって。絶対ここ。ほら。なにこれ。待って、これやばい。ちょっと待って。これでやってみた。どうなるんだろう。これ何が正解なのこれ。これ何が正解なのこれどれがどうなったら正解なの。ああ、これ線に合わさったら正解なのか。分かったかも。あ、こうなったら正解なんだよね、やっぱりな。オッケーオッケー。ああ。
Really, Holmes, this ought to be beneath you.
As my brother would say, it is
まあ、
for
ハ
the
リー・ポッ
greater
ター
good.
で修行積んできたからな。
If we stay out much longer, I'm going
ア
to
ルホ
need
モー
some
ラ得
supper.
意
Do
よ。
you feel like a meat pie?
Good quality, but torn in many spots. Mold. That's why you don't leave
難
self
しかった
lying
け
up.
ど。プロだから、アルホモーラの。だからこう、そうだよ。これは決して悪いことしてない。なんかどこか黄色く光ったな今。
There are a couple of marks on this end. The scratches are fresh, left by something metallic. This crank saw some use. This crank saw some use. The layers of rust will prevent any movement. It's stuck. No one's used it in a very long time.
取り替えればいいんじゃないの？ああ。ないよ。
Well oiled and well maintained. Fit for a crank.
オッケーオッケー。下のやつを使うのか。ようやっとちょっと謎解き感が出てきた。もしかして。これを見てくれって言ってたよ。
A hidden passage, just as I expected.
思った通りだ。うん。
Wait here, Watson, and keep an eye on the doors. I'll scout the premises.
Will do. Be careful down there.
だ。近ほど面白そうなもんはない。
Wait, what's happening? What is this place? Where am I?
Like 本当にハリー・ポッターの世界に来た感じする。
Strangely cold. Something is missing.
何かが欠けている。
This cannot have been under the port of London all along. Is it an illusion? The only way forward is the abyss.
進むべき道は深淵のみ。
The only way forward is the abyss.
落ちろってこと？いや多分落ちろってことじゃないかな。
Something is missing.
陰縁って言ったら違うのかな。それともなんか進める道があるのか。落ちて何をするのこれ。お。
Phew, I didn't die.
やっぱり落ちて正解だったわ。
It is icy cold and pulsating.
ファンタジーの世界。なんかパズルはあるって聞いた。ちらっと見たんだよね。パズルはあるって聞いた。なんかまとめのやつにパズル要素がどうのこうのみたいな書いてあったから、多分パズルあるはずなんだよ。
My heart, be calm.
なんかこのシャーロック・ホームズがリメイクで出るよって教えてくれてた サイトがあるんだけど、そのサイトでリメイク版でパズル要素はそのままなんか引き継いでるみたいな、どうのこうのみたいな書いてあったから、多分あると思うんだよね。クヤルナクカディッシュって何？ファンタジーの世界に入った俺マジで。お、モレ君おはよう。お疲れ様。おはよう。心理の扉。赤レンだった。小さな歩幅、ブーツの跡。小さな歩幅、ブーツの跡。変えられないよな。アーカイブ見て謎の山賊があれね、ピザのやつか。最悪だったよな、あれ。クヤルナカディッシュって何これ？マジわからん。クヤルナクカディシュツ。わかんないとき落ちればいいか。特に何も変わってない。え？あれだよ。あ、押さえてなかった。ああ、そういうことか。あ、わかった。走っちゃダメなんだ。違う？走っていいの？違うわ。やっぱそうだ。走っちゃダメなんだ。
How? It's harder to breathe here. What is that?
小さな歩幅っていうあれが多分歩けってことだ。他はわかんないけど。
It's like it stares right through you. 意味が分かった。けどこれをどうやってこれ何なんだ。2回けどさ。 This
死んでない。また別の場所に来た。あ、正解だ。あー、分かったかも。あれで一回、もしかして、なんかあ、ってわけじゃないのか。別に。開いてる。開いてない。こういうことか。来た。
Head is already spinning. When will this end? There are 2 recesses.
2つ。飛び込む勇気。俺、リアルだったらあそこに飛び込めなんて言われたら絶対飛び込めない。あ、ここ開く。ここも開くな。これ全部開くのかもしかして。楽しいね。これだよ、待ってたの。全部開くっぽいな。けどなんかわかんないけど、あそこから光漏れてるからこっちにしよう。27センチのブーツ。ブングルイムグルウフウナフ。
The stench.
あった。これは一緒だね。
A strange stone. It almost feels alive.
あ、こっから出れるのかって話なんだよな。これは普通に出れるのかな。あ、出れるわ。よかった。
One down, one to go.
ここだな。俺の予想。多分どこでも、どこも一緒だと思うけど。
On my head.
わ
What
ー
just happened?
手がかったらしい。どういうことか。正解と正解じゃないところがあるんだ、ちゃんと。これ正解じゃない。ね。それかもしかしたらあの暗闇に入っというわけじゃないのかな。入った方がいい説あるこれ。あった。イエイ。
frustrating.
いや、そういう意味じゃなかったのか、今の。じゃあなんだ。てか、この扉のなんか、あれ意味あんのかな、これ。楽しんでるな。27センチはそうだね。なんかでかい靴の人ってか足の人だったら普通にそうだけどな。ああ、そういうことか。ここも一緒だ。なんか走ったらガチャンと落としたから落ちたらと思ったんだよね。
Frozen and pulsing almost like it has a heart.
よし、これでとりあえず。帰れた。おお。
Did I get out?
ね、これじゃない？
John?
What is it, Holmes?
あ、オドトンだ。え、ワトソン編に入ったんだけど。ワトソン編に入った。適当にやったら当たんないかな。これ全部あなた違うよ。バンクシーのスニーカー、俺もあれ欲しかったんだよね。ニューってやつでしょ。
Watson!
Holmes, where are you?
あ、なんかいる。ほら。とりあえずミートパイ。もうみんなしてミートパイのことしか考えてないやん。
Holmes, are you all right?
Fine. Watson,
とりあえずミートパイ食べ行くか。
I'm fine, thank you for asking.
Fine? By Jove, you should have heard the way you called out my name.
It was just a game of shadows.
I'm glad. This place gives me the chills. What are we dealing with?
Something that's finally interesting.
ようやく興味深い事件になってきたよ。興味深すぎる。怖っ。ホームズ、お前が一番怖い。
These clothes were crudely cut off someone. An American, judging by the style. Fine rope work. Cut by a finer blade.
泥、意図的絵か。
Someone used mud to draw a cross in a rectangle.
人間の髪。
Why?
この十字のあれ何なんだろうね。あ、なんか出てきた。ああ、縛られてたんだ。これで書いたのもしかして。 割れた爪。
Cyanosis of the lips, marks on the neck. This man was
殺
strangled.
された。針。どこだろう。
His abdomen is severely bloated.
Ah, なんかの儀式してんのかな。もうマジでびっくりした。ガチでびっくりするときって声出ないんだ。
Did you hear that, Watson?
I hear you.
An American passport.
Amos
Colby. Someone got their hands dirty painting this with blood.
「タコのような海の怪物の絵が血で描かれてる」。おお、杖かと思った。
I've never seen a pattern like this
つい
before.
に俺魔法の世界に行くのかと。
Old blood stains. At least 24 pendants, all identical and made of tin.
あれだ。見たことあるぞ、これ。このペンダント。
It seems made for simple experiments. I wager they could not afford a better set. This box contained a narcotic substance, much like the one in Kimihia's brazier. Black Edelweiss Institute established 17 something.
Kianak, Flegethor, Nebumna, Siaha, Inguft. Finglui, Maglanafa, Cthulhu, Rilia, Waganagal, Fatagan.
What on earth?
How is that possible?
こんなバナナ。これ次いけるわ。見るか。死んじゃったんかな。このおじちゃんとあそこのおじちゃん多分これ違うよね。一緒か？なんか一緒な感じはする。ああ、 一緒かも。
I hope we are close to finding our answers. This place is unsettling.
で、多分これで多分何かが、祭壇で死んでいた男の正体は、これがわかるのか。これ、君ヒアなのかな？君ヒアじゃないような気がするんだよな。どう見ても。これか。判定だ。判定の人が殺されたんだ。誘拐された人間が送られた場所はアンモナイトの首飾り、オイルの首飾り。病院とか言ってたよな。ワンチャンこれじゃない？あ、十字架ってそういうこと？病院ってこと？そんなことないよね。当たってるわ。これだろうな。違うの？え？ってことはまだないのか。
I told you that black cat was a bad omen. We shouldn't be
早く
here.
ここからで、あ、なんかあるぞ。
What on earth? Looks like the scribbling of madmen. Oh, potent. This sensor has more narcotic residues.
まだあるな。
A small bloodstain, but not serious. The strength it would take to carry this crate, let alone break it. Deep scratches left in a frenzy. Miserable food, mass-produced. These clothes are missing buttons. They were forcefully removed.
無理やり。 ん？これか？違うな。ん？どれだ
？These clothes are missing buttons. They were forcefully removed. Dumper, a staple of lecturemen's attire in Nepal, gathered from dozens of people at the very least.
What is that? とても邪魔。破られてるというか。
I must have seen this one before. That explains my hallucinations.
一箇所が違う。すげえ、そんなわかるんだ。これか。これをだから一個前に下ろして。
Many people were brought to this place. Their abductors stripped off their clothes and discarded them in a pile. The prisoners were kept in a soporific trance by the use of narcotics. A few tried to resist, but alas, in vain. After a few days, everyone was stuffed in a crate and sent elsewhere. Only one captive was left behind. He was strangled to death on this altar.
それが探偵の人だったと。
What the hell is happening, Holmes?
Calm yourself.
いきなり気象。うわー、キモーい。
What is it? Oh my god. Please tell me we found all we needed to, Holmes.
I think we found a bit more than
何今の
Yet we have no
中から
clue
何で
as
できた
to
の
where
ヒル
those people have been taken.
ナマズ
And that's where you're wrong,
ナマ
Watson.
ズは違う
We
か。
have more than enough. I just need to connect the dots. How about you pack your suitcase in the meantime, my dear fellow? Just in case.
.で、これで確定できると、これね。クイズ。ブラック・エーデルワイス。ブラック・エーデルワイス精神病院。だって。いいをして、で、今からその病院に行くんでしょ？
It's hard to know how much to pack. I might bring a spare notebook just in case.
予備の手帳を持っていこう。ミートパイ食べなくていいん？
Please tell me we're going somewhere warm, or at the very
Before I
least
leave,
dry.
I should know where I'm going.
目的地を決めなくては。 どういうこと？
Before I
I'll ask
leave,
Mrs.
I
Hudson
should
to
know
watch
where
the
I'm
place
going.
while we're gone. I wish you hadn't eaten my supper, Holmes. What a day. I wish you hadn't eaten my supper, Holmes. What a day.
Hey, しないといけないかな。スイスってヨーロッパ。いいよ。スイスのインターラー県にあるブロックエデラ精神病院、1789年にケラー教授が設立した病院で、現院長はガイ・ギャックス教授。
Dr. Watson,
Oh,
how does a trip to Switzerland sound to you?
It sounds unexpected. What makes you think we should head there?
It's all about the box with narcotics and Mr. Colby's clue, the cross inside a rectangle. Put two and two together, add a dash of research, and what do you get? The Black Edelweiss Institute in Interlaken, Switzerland. If we hurry, we can still catch tonight's train.
Meat pie 食べたよ。ワトさんお腹ペコペコだから、なんか塩かける人に似てる。
As grateful as I have been for your company, Dr. Watson, I'm afraid you shall have to investigate Edelweiss alone.
Hello? Mr. Holmes, I fear you overestimate my abilities.
Nonsense. You are a military man, a bastion of British courage.
I'm no such thing. As a doctor, I avoided most combat, save for one dreadful day. My troop was ambushed in a village with innocents caught in the crossfire. Too many to help.
The man with the rosary. He was one of them?
A translator, yes.
ワトソンって軍の
We
人だ
were
ったんだね。
trapped. 6 soldiers and myself. I thought it was the end. But Lieutenant Paget refused to go quietly. The men prepared for a final stand. I rose to follow, but Paget shook his head. He told me to run, that I had other men to save. They charged, and I fled through the rear. So you see, Mr. Holmes, I am a coward.
The logic seems inescapable.
Yes.
You, a surgeon by trade, would have been perfectly useless in that conflict.
What? No.
And how many men have you helped since? Ailments eased, troubles tended?
No more than a handful. Truth be told, I have become somewhat of a recluse.
How many people could you help with 30 years ahead of you? Dozens? Hundreds? Paget was correct. You can cease your self-recrimination.
Holmes, I don't know what to say.
I would start with, I am Dr. John Watson, may I look around?
君にしかできないことがあると。すげえ、舞台どんどん変わってく。でもスイスにいるってことよね。アイギャックスのもとへ。
The Edelweiss staff will doubtless be eager to show off their facility to a fellow physician. I have already taken the liberty of sending a letter on your behalf to request a visit.
And what of you?
I shall be pursuing other avenues. Should you see anything troublesome or improper, simply notify the local authorities. Otherwise, try a little analysis yourself. You know my methods. Apply them.
これ病院？廃病院だろ。ここからどう見ても。電気ついてるわ。ごめんなさい。いや、えぐ。わあ。うわー、これ精神病院とか言ったっけ？これやばそう。なんか。 これなんかやばそう。ここやばいぞ。絶対。うわー。ね。ホラー感増すんじゃないここ。もしかして。次のチャプターで、ちょっと一回やめようかなと思ったけど、どうしようこれ。進めよっかな。めっちゃ気になる。うわー。気になるよね。1個のチャプターがだいたい1時間半ぐらいだとすると5時間だから5時ぐらいか、5時過ぎぐらいか。どうしよう。明日でもいいかな。楽しみに。今みんな寝てるだろうし、ちらほら。マリコおやすみ。ありがとね。確かにアウトラストっぽいな。ホラーゲーのやつね。明日ホラーゲーだ。これチャプター何まであるんだろう。うわ、めっちゃやりてめっちゃやりたい。めっちゃやりたいけど分けた方がいいよな。一気にゴーン進めるより、こういうのって。どうするか一応。新しいセーブにセーブしよう。今日はこれにするか、じゃあ。明日だな。ほっとくわ、明日に。うわ、めっちゃ楽しみ。うわー、マジで楽しみ。ホラーゲー苦手な人はちょっとあれかもね。目を細めながら見ないとやばいかも。もしかしたら。誘拐された人々はどこへ。明日に続く。次回。城之内シス。というわけで本日もご視聴いただきありがとうございました。チャンネル登録、高評価、低評価、Twitter フォロー概要欄から飛べるので、よければよろしくお願いします。明日、仕事行く人、用事ある人、学校行く人、気をつけていってらっしゃい。今見てくれてる人、アーカイブ見てくれてる人、寝てる人、ありがとうございました。次回は多分怖めになると思う。予想ね。ならなかったらごめん。なんか精神病院であんな感じの演出って大体怖いイメージがある。ちょっとホラー苦手だよっていう人は目を細めながら見るか、無音で見るか、それか見ないか、どちらかをおすすめしよう。姉さんお疲れ様、ありがとうね。おやすみ。お疲れ様、お疲れ様、ありがとう。おやすみ。いやー。というわけで、お疲れ様でした。また明日。じゃあね、ありがとう。楽しかったな。